dream. If you've liked what you've seen before, if this is your first episode, hang around. Why not subscribe? Why not watch? You never know. You might enjoy yourself. If not, either which way, thank you for your time to this point. And if you like what you see, thanks for sticking around. And why not? It's an overused cliche on YouTube. Why not subscribe? If I could say it, instead of spraying it, I might be 10% closer to the dream. But I'm only 2/3 of the dream. Anyway, either which way, yesterday we stripped a car down to its component parts. We've had a guy who bought a vehicle off Trevor, the used car salesman, down the road. A bit of gamer juice, Lewis Hamilton flavoured gamer juice. And it seems, now then Tanto, was it you that jumped out of the plane or your brother that jumped out of the plane? Either which way, awesome footage I've seen of at least Mumsy, aka Toxis, jumping out of the plane. Let's get back to where we were going. Let's get these parts ordered off Pete the partsman or Pauline the parts person. We don't mind. Whoever answers the phone or sends us the order, down with Vince the van driver, we don't mind, do we? We just don't mind. Your brother and Toxis. Well, congratulations to both of you. Tanto had more sense to keep his feet rooted on the ground. I'm too young to do it. Don't do it, Tanto! It's a terrifying idea. Yeah, fair play. So thank you to everybody that's tuned in or is tuning in. I appreciate your support on a daily basis. It does mean a lot to be accompanied in my playthroughs of this game and all the other games that I've played through. Skydiving looks fun. Yes. Why jump out of a perfectly functional plane? But whatever floats your boat. Elliot's here. Now then. Right, let's have a quick look-see here. We have a shopping list, parts to order. I'm sure we made a shopping list yesterday. But hey, guess we'll have to make another one, won't we? Let's have a quick look at the... No, let's have a look at the job sheet. Let's have a look at the job card. Everything that's needed to be on there, we've found. Quite a lot of things wrong with this. Trevor's obviously feeling the pinch of COVID-19 and is starting to selling absolute pups. But we're fine with that. Because it gives us a job to do, doesn't it? And we can look awesome while blaming it all on Trevor. So if we scroll to the bottom here, still haven't managed to sort this out the way I'd like it to be. Shopping list, shopping list, shopping list, shopping list. Shop diddly doodle. Probably overdoing it, but do you know what? If a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. You know me. Fix all the items on the way in, fix all the items on the way out. Flywheel's toast. We changed the ring gear, so we'll change the starter. While we're in here, we might as well. We don't want it coming back in a week's time, do we? Saying, do you know what? I've still got this noise, I've still got this rattle, I've still got these issues. So we'll add all these. You know when you bring a vehicle to Georgie Boy's workshop, I think I've overdone it there on the parts, but anyway, over we go. Straight into the main shop, bring up the shopping list. Rear knuckle housing, A. Ordered. Small rubber bushing. Rear suspension arm A. So I hope you've all, like I say, I hope you've all had a good day. Rear spring. Ordered. Sway bar rear end link. Yeah, we had a couple of those, didn't we? Oh yeah, same suspension setup as we saw How am I? Yeah, I'm good. It doesn't matter how I am. I'm irrelevant. It's more important to ask how you guys are. I'm only a second. I'm the second wheel, the third wheel in this collection of people we got here. So we need rear shock absorber cap. Like I say, once we put this back together, I think this customer's going to be very happy with what we've done. Another rubber bushing for good luck. Yes. Rear suspension arm. Rear suspension upper arm. Now, didn't see that. That must be here somewhere. Rear suspension upper arm. Just a standard one, please, Squire. Yes. Sway bar end link. We've already bought 2 of those. Rear suspension arm. I think we've already got one of those. Rubber bushing. Can't have enough of those. They're on vehicles up and down the motorway, baby. Rear hub wheel. Rear wheel hub. Try saying that if you've had a couple of beers. Wheel hub. Three. Rear shock absorber. Ooh. A. Rear suspension arm B. Small rubber bushing. Another 2. Nice, I'm good, thanks. Yes, Elliot says good, thanks yourself. Doing a few bits around town, etc. What Gotham related activity? What are you buying, a little rat? If you're listening, you think that's a bit rude. Me and Elliot were tight. It's okay, unless he comes down and says apologise, in which case I'll crawl on my belly along the floor. No issues at all. Rear wheel hub cap, yes. Steering rack, they're all the same, but obviously they're all different on every car in real life. Inner tie rod. But we need 2 of those. Outer tie rod. In, out, shake it all about tie rod. Flywheel, hopefully that's under engine. You'd imagine it would be. Come on, baby, talk to me. Where's my flywheels? Okay. Gonna put them on the gearbox, are you? Of course you are. Got suspension. We've got front steering knuckle A, which is that one. Bought. Starter. That's surely under engine. Alternator as this is. If you see it, shout. You're my eyes and ears. As always, gamers, you are my eyes and ears. There we go. Just a standard starter. Yes, please. Gearbox for the inline 4. It's a standard box in this one. While we're here, we can get the clutch release bearing. Can get the pressure plate and the clutch plate. Daddy Zilla's here. Thanks for tuning in again, sir. I hope you find this mechanic playthrough entertaining. My goodness gracious me, there's some serious amount of parts on here. Front axle knuckle cover. Wheel hub bearing. Knew we needed some of those. Can't really put that together without new wheel bearings, can we? Sway bar front end link. A. Drive axle C. That's going to be under this, isn't it? So let's go to that. Where are we? Drive axle, drive axle, drive axle. Front drive axle C. Seems like we need 2 of those. Front drive shaft. 1 of those. Outer tie rod and inner tie rod, we've got that. Lower suspension arm. Thought I already had that, but we'll add another to the list. Gotham Games and a quick gain and trip to Poundland. Got some PS2 games Game Boy box. And 2 PS4 games. What Game Boy box did you get? Hey? What treasure have they sold you they didn't sell to me? You're a very naughty boy. 4 sets of pads. Brake discs. I think that's us done. Okay, let's put this monstrous beast back together. Okay, let's start at the back end. Let's put the sway bar in. That's what we call the anti-roll bar here. Whoa, wait. Rear sway bar A. Thought I bought one of those. Obviously not. Maybe we're waiting for it to be delivered on the van driver, but possibly I've been a numpty. Always go with the numpty one because, you know, it pays to keep yourself rear. Oh, what one was it? A or B? And the last thing we look at, it's the last thing we took off. Rear sway bar A. Good job we got quick internet. Okay, let's get over. Let's carry on what we were doing. Okay, so let's look at the suspension. Go fitment mode. This is the key to it all. Let's put that on. Brand new condition. Job. We can reach through there and put on the sway bar rear end link. Yes. Top and bottom bolts. Sorry, only 1 bolt there. What am I thinking? The other one goes into the anti-roll bar. Nice new one on. New pads. Nice. We'll get that all lubed up with some copper grease. Pop on the brake caliper as well. Now, if we can get this done, we might try one of those barn finds if we can come out of this with enough money. See what our monies can buy us and what we can find out there in the wild. We'll see what cars we can find buried under treasure. Or buried treasure we can find. Turn around. So work on the suspension. We want to be in fitment mode. Yes, please. Let's put that new knuckle housing on. Done. Fit the shocker next. Brand new one. Bottom bolt. Brand new rear suspension arm. 3 bolts holding that onto the hub housing. Rear suspension B. New bush in. Job done. 2 bushes in. There we go. Now we can fit the rear bushing in there. Job. Now, where's the next thing we want to fit? We'll zoom out a bit more. Let's pop on the rear suspension arm. Tony Hawk. Didn't realise it had the game in it until I got home. Hasn't got manual now, but I've got a box and 2 copies of the game. Fantastic. There's a little bonus. Rear suspension arm. He wants a new one of those on, doesn't he? Wrong way, George. Your computer's over here. I think that's the one we want. If not, we'll be back over to the parts computer in no short order. Reverse. So hopefully, if we can get to the point in time where we are able to buy a car and flip it for good money. Rear suspension, upper arm. After this, we'll have an armistice and sell everything that we've over-ordered. Rear suspension, upper arm. What a donut. Got it. Probably got 3 of the wrong thing now, but that's... You know, when we said to Pete the parts person, send everything that you think we might need and we'll return on a credit note what we don't use. That's fair. We've got a nice relationship with the parts distributor in the area. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. Front and back bolts. Why won't it let me fit these rear springs? Anyway, let's put the hub on. Perfect. Bolt that up. Now we need to grease up and insert the wheel hub bearing. Exactly like that. Put the cap on. This is starting to look actually like... Starting to look like quite a nice vehicle actually. Pads on. New set. Copper slips around the sliding points. And the brake cylinder. Back and front. Now we can reach through and fit the... Can we... There we go. Sway bar link end is on. Brand new one. Just trying to orchestrate the camera, guys. It's not going exactly the way I wanted to, but hey, Donna's here. Nice to see you, girl. How's your day been keeping you? Thanks for letting your man come out to play yesterday. I appreciate the time that you share him. On this side, at the back, you don't know how much I enjoy it as well. It's fantastic. In there, we need to get in there on this side. Why will it not let us fit that part? Let's have the wheel off again. Let's have the wheel off. A little bit frustrating at times. Fitment mode. It wants us to put that bushing in there. Makes sense, of course it does. Now we can fit the rear suspension arm. We're getting there. Anyone tried that cartel game? Finally caved in? No, I haven't, Elliot. Tell us more about it. Wait, I thought I bought a new one of those. Obviously not. Spring cap bottom, is it called? Yeah. Spring cap. Get it gone. Let's fit a new one. Rear spring cap. Do it. I don't know that I didn't save it properly yesterday because I kind of thought we'd already bought these parts, but those that watched the stream will probably already said, no, George, you didn't do that yesterday, you numpty. There we go. Brand new. That means we can fit the spring. brand new is where you can fit the can. Brand new. Now we can put the wheel back on. Zip, 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 zip. That's how we do it in the big leagues. Ah, yeah, I've heard that's a good game, Elliot. Now let's drop the vehicle down one level so we can access the box. It's not going to let us do that, is it? It's going to want it in the air for that. Pop it up again. I mean, in real life you'd be up and down, but you'd find a height that suited how you want it to work, which is fine. You know, as I always say, it is just a game, so we can't get too emotional. New flywheel on. Within that goes the clutch plate. Yes, basically that clutch plate's covered in. When I was an old boy, it was covered in an asbestos matting. And when you fit this next part, when you change gear, you move the plate away. You move the friction plate away, which is the spinning one with the material, so the gearbox is unloaded so you can change gear, and then when you release the spring it forces the friction plate back together, and that is how it transfers power between the engine and the gearbox. So if you ever wondered what you're actually doing when you're pressing the clutch pedal down, you're actually springing off that movement, which is turning, and then you're applying that movement. That's why if you do it gently, it mats up nicer and you don't jerk all over the place. So now you know. I'll put the clutch pressure plate on as well, which is you see those centre bits there, they're the actual spring section that you're pressing in. A lot of the times obviously it's with a servo so it doesn't feel as heavy, but you're using mechanical pressure to release that plate. Obviously that all needs to spin on something, which would be this clutch release plate bearing. Job done. We can now fit the new box. Brand new one for the customer. Let's get all the bolts in and on. From that obviously goes through all the gears like you would on a push bike, and from there this shaft will turn, which transmits power to the front wheels. Boom, front wheel drive car. Sorted. Let's fit the front drive shaft as well. And we're down. Can we fit the starter while we're down here? Got to get it from the top. Okay, fair dues. It is a game after all. So now we can look inside. No, I want to look at the engine, and I want to go into fitment mode, and I want to add that starter down there. Done. Excellente. Well, I want to work on the suspension, so it's going to make me put the car back up on the ramp, which we could do. Lift the car back up, rise Lord Vader, and here we go, suspension. Fitment mode. Put the steering rack on. Obviously you know what that does, that turns circular motion into outward and inward motion, which turns your front wheels. Probably don't need me to explain all of this to you, but what I know I will impart as best as I can in a way that's easily understandable, I hope. Yeah, we'll put that. I call this like a dust shield, but they call it the front knuckle cover. Ooh. Was front wheel hub on the job list? Two parts not discovered. Do you think they are? What do you think they are? We'll grease up and insert the wheel bearing and the front drive axle C. Bolt that on. Next one to the front brake discs. Done. Brake pads. If you don't know how they work, let me know and I will obviously tell you. It's got to do with this brake caliper and cylinder. Very, very sort of rudimentary technology, really. If you spend too long thinking about it, you'd probably never get in the car again. Job done. Now, can we fit the tie rod on? Yeah, we can. On it goes. Fit the shocker back on. Front sway bar link. Excellent. Now we can fit this front wheel on. Job done. Okay. Same process again on this side. I'm just peeking around the car to see if I can find what else might be wrong with it, because it's basically telling us that we've missed 2 items that I didn't realise we'd missed. Apologies for that. Wait, could be the front. Yeah, is it that front wheel bearing? Could well be, couldn't it? Let's have it out. I did get a comment yesterday on the YouTube from a user called You're all good. Bless RGT. Got a comment telling me he's all good. Got a comment yesterday from a YouTube user called Dirty Beard. So thank you if you're watching again. I appreciate you, and thank you for tuning in and possibly subscribing. If not, give it a try. I appreciate you doing that. So you mentioned yesterday we had the non-start issue. You quite put me right, so it's often the fuel pump in real life. Do you know what? He ain't wrong. And I got wrapped up in the electrical side of it. Now the fuel pump is an electrical pump that pumps fuel, in this case petrol, to the front of the car, so it spurts out with pressure so it can be directed into the engine. I never thought to check that until right at the end. So fair play to him. Let's have a little look-see over here. Let's grab ourselves the wheel bearing that I wanted. Because there's no point putting all this back on and then putting a dirty wheel bearing in there. That would just be silly. I know it's not real, but hey, I think I've got enough spare parts to sell where we can make the money up. Pretty confident about that. Bolt goes in. Brake disc goes on. Brake pads go in. Done. Brake caliper on. Yes, yes, yes. Front and back bolts. Easy does it out allied. There we go with the lower arms. Yes. Oh, I thought we bought loads of rubber bushings, gamers, but obviously not. More rubber bushings needed. What haven't we got, gamers? Rubber bushings. Where do they live then? There they are. 3 of those Pete Partsman. Make it happen. ASAP. Do it now. We want to work on the suspension. We want to go into fitment mode. We want to fit the lower suspension arm with its nice new rubber bushes. There's no like the smell of a brand new rubber bush. Maybe that's something only people who work in the motor trade would know, but to me, there's no kink there. So don't even dare mention in the YouTube comments kinky rubber. Well, feel free to. I enjoy the interaction, so why not? Everyone put kinky rubber in the actual comments right now. Right, well, all green ticks at the moment, but 2 items still not found on the job card that is wrong with the car. 2 broken rubber bushings still to fit as well. That's annoying. That's really annoying. Didn't I see though that we can, on these items that we've not done, these rubber bushings here, for example, it's a bit annoying because of the way the controller works. Track part. Okay, so look at these rubber bushings, 61. We inspected those and they were kind of within tolerance, weren't they? I'll be honest with you, sometimes I do get a bit sort of frustrated with the game. I thought we'd fitted brand new rubber bushes on everything to this point. 6 more rubber bushings to buy. This is running the bank a bit dry, isn't it, gamers? Ouch. Maybe it's some bushes on the rear. Let's go into removal mode. Let's take this rear suspension arm off. Like that. I didn't actually want to remove the rear muffler, but I have done anyway. That's gosh darn annoying, I have to admit. Ah, it's there, look. Track part. These rubber bushings need to come out. And that one needs to come out. Then we need to go to fitment mode. And luckily for us we can do this. Ouch. Gently does it, Georgie. Rubber bushing in. Rubber bushing in. Okay. Exhaust. Fitment mode. Fit that rear muffler. We call it a silencer, a bat box. You can call it what you like. Check the job card. Have we stumbled across the last 2 items on the list? Part not discovered. I'm not going to say it's annoying. That's annoying. It's beyond annoying. It's actually highly frustrating. What about this rubber bushing here? %. I haven't, Elliot. I'll be honest with you. I ain't had time. what with work and the stream and writing a podcast, it's I've been a bit busy this week. Barely enough time for Georgie boy. So what do we reckon's wrong with this? Hey? What do we reckon is wrong with this? Won't let us finish the order. We're kind of trapped here. Part not discovered, part not discovered. What if we move it back to the test bay, put it through the test path again, and see if we can produce some more of these faults to find. Here's the car. We'll pop the bonnet down, obviously, to put it through the brake and suspension tests. And we can leave the car. We have to start the test with the machine. Here we go. Yes, please. So drive it forward, hold the brake. So this will put some rolling force through the wheels. You hold the brake to test the brake efficiency, which we've now passed because we replaced them with brand new items. Drive onto the rear wheels on there, and then that will put spinning force through the rear wheels, and we hold the brake on, 100% on that. We'll pass that. Now we're going to go through the suspension travel tests. Basically bounce the wheel up and down, which you can see there, the little vibrations going like that. Front suspension's 82%, certainly better than it was. We'll do the bone shaker on the rear. So it's revealed to us. We've got issues. For those issues, we got tissues. So we're looking in this rear area. There's a lot we didn't change out, admittedly. This is a brake servo's only at 61% capacity as well, which is not ideal. Will that now let us discover on the job list what we're looking for? Part not discovered. Tell a lie, I've had a quick look at it, looked at the arcade machines and some of the other ramble on there. Apart from the GTA side, which is probably going to go for megabucks, I'm all good. Okay. Let's move the vehicle back on the ramps. Let's go back through to the workshop. Let's put the car in the air. Nothing obvious yet. Let's have a look at the job card, see what the customer reported. Very difficult to shift through the gears, sometimes bangs. Ouchie, wow, wow. Well, we've got a lot of scrap we can get rid of. It's all scrap value at this point, but we can weigh it in down with Jeff the Scrap Man. We ought to call him Stephen, then we won't forget his name. I make these names and get held to task. He said his name was something else last episode. You're absolutely right, I did. I should have done that. Yeah, GTA Time's cool. But I've bought a lot of Ramel this month, so I need to just chill out. I'm doing it this way because there's lots of things I don't actually want to sell, like that map. And that case, I don't want to open the extra parts cases that we've unlocked. No value in these. Yeah, the thing is when they put up things for free on the internet, normally people who've never frequented the shop, never supported the shop, go in and be like, I want that sign, and obviously the answer at that point is like, okay. And it might have gone to a worthy home, maybe I'm wrong, but quite a lot of the time giving stuff away to free really does attract the pond scum. Which is a shame, but it is what it is. Would have been nice. I did message him, and by the time he come back to me, he said, "Oh, it's already gone." It kind of is what it is. I couldn't have got there in that time either because I don't live very close to Lincoln City, unlike your good self, Elliot. This is taking some doing, isn't it? Oof. I'm flogging that. Shouldn't have flogged that. Okay, let's put some more coffers in. To be fair, I haven't got room. That's the one game for Switch. Probably one of my fave games for Switch, even if I've got a second one for 3D. Yeah, okay, Elliot. Have you finished that game? If so, like, what are you playing at? You finished the game? How dare you? Why won't it zoom? So 61% for those. Let's check the job card again. Oh, okay. But you like it anyway, and that's fair play. No, I didn't say I wanted to do that game. It's a very chilled out game, this. Part not discovered. Is it wrong if I Google it? Googling it. Crown Royale. Really? Really? Again, because you don't hear the car running, it would be hard to know whether this is actually transpires. Boom. We've done it. Thank heavens for that. Because that was the last thing that caught me out on the car. When we stripped Roadmaster's car all the way down. Oh, you know what I've done. You know what I've done. Radiator fan housing and fan. Just the standard ones. Radiator fan housing and fan. Radiator fan housing and radiator housing fan. Job done. Out you go. Get this car out of my shop. Yippee! That's all I've got to say on that matter. I'd have been a few weeks looking for that. So now we can refit all of these items just as we want them. Just as nature intended. It'll be back in a week because his rear suspension will be playing up, but hey, do you know what? It's just had new rubber bushings in it, so I don't know why he's complaining. Can we reach through and do that shock absorber? Yes, we can. Top and bottom, baby. Right, now, I do believe we can get Sandra, the service receptionist. Rubber bushing missing from car. Oh, of course. Of course. Fitted. Job done. Nice easy fix, and that brings us into the right position to do the front one. Or the front of the rear one. Oh, feels good to get that monkey off my back. Crown Royale gone. Another happy customer. Let's take a look, see what's on the phone. Don't forget, you guys can influence by typing in here what job you want me to take on next. And we'll have a look at we'll have a little, oh, wait, or do we want to go for a barn find? We've got £14,000. Don't know if that's going to secure me a barn find and the parts to repair it, but we can park it in the parking lot and do it over time. If that's of interest, you let me know, gamers. If you want barn find, I'll go do a barn find. What's coming on the phone? Repair parts for minimal condition. Brake system needs fixing. Loud exhaust. Oh, that's a nice easy one. Did I select loud exhaust? Please let me have selected loud exhaust. Or have I selected a full engine rebuild job? Because if it's just an exhaust repair, that will be nice and easy. Barn find. Okay. Barn find. Needs a new cap, so don't worry. Did it save? I just clicked the wrong button. That's almost like a death in any other stream that I do. Ah! Please, Lord, let that be the one that I clicked where we saved. Then we'll put the cat on and then we'll do a barn find. Please, dear Lord of all things holy, let that be okay. Oh, thank the Lords. Most of you just spat your drink out in humour at my predicament, but and that's fine because it was darn stupid of me. This thing looks like a right. Ah, George. Less haste, more speed. Rise, Lord Vader. Up again. So, there's the cat. It's got 2 on it. Just take the cat off. Go over here. Buy another catalytic converter, which will be under exhaust. Should be the first thing we see. Actually, there we go. Done. Now, catalytic converters just basically convert some of the particulate matter into a less harmful for the human beings out there, which is a good thing. Because hey, I'll tell you what, you could be a little bit less obtuse with the view at times, game. That was a nice easy job. I'm lethal with these controls. Absolutely lethal. Car status, finish order. Money in the bank, baby. Now, more experience. Look at me. Barn find. Yes. Let's put them all on the map. Done. Okay. Let's sell everything that we don't need right now that we've got in stores. Thought that would have gone for a bit more. They do in real life because they've got special metals in them. Okay. Now, if we go to this main door, we can go on a barn find. Barn. $100. Fine. Patty Allen. What's good? What's good, Brody? You wanted a barn find? You got a barn find. Gimme, gimme, gimme a man for all seasons. I don't know where that was going. It's our first barn find, so let's just stay poker face. You never know, we might find a Ferrari Dino in there or something. Oh, that's not a very good Ferrari. Well, you know what? It's good enough for me. What we got in here? Truck's pretty cool. I like the look of that. Is there anything else in this barn? Oh, cool looking pickup with a big ass motor in it. Wow. Brody's looked in. He's got himself a V-Bucks card. Well done, pal. Is there anything else in here? Is there anything else we missed? Search. Didn't know you could do this, so now we do. You can search all the junk in here. Well, this is fun. Let's search all this. Maybe we can sell some of this stuff, or maybe there's like exclusive items in here we need to fix these cars that are in here. Obviously, some of this stuff is in good order. Well worth $100 ticket price entry. And may actually pay off some of the debt that we've accumulated getting to this point. So the question is, gamers, which one do you want me to take home? I'll leave that up to you, because I'm easy every which way about the... I mean, I quite like this. As far as American cars go, I like the long bonnet. I like the rakish pillars back here and the way they join. I think we picked up some of these lights. Lily Rose, you got this. Always giving me the you got this. Thank you, Lily Rose. Hope you're having a good day. So there's the... see if we can search any more of this junk. Stuff in here that I don't know why this guy's... Walmarts are cool. Oh, it's a shame RGT's not around because he'd be loving this. Right. More searching to do. I think that's us all searched out. So now we need to think about what car we would like to take home with us. So we've got the green pickup truck, which we might be able to do something with over time. As we get our spray booth, we could put some flames on it, stick a big V8 in it. Or through here we've got like the I love those wheels, by the way. In here we've got more of a what the Australians would call a ute. Looks like maybe a straight 6, maybe a V8 in there, but it's got that awesome looking flapped carb there, which is cool. I do like that. That's got some kudos. Or here we've got something that we could, again over time, do something with. I mean, it's not we've had worse in the garage, you know. And let me tell you one thing, I've taxed way worse. Everything in here, right? I've taxed and ran worse. Fact. And I love a fixer-up opportunity. So for me, it's kind of tied between this and this. But gamers, I want your input because this is our business project together. And if you're watching this retrospectively, drop down in the comments what you would have bought, and let me know I'm a flaming plonker for not having bought X, Y, or Z when I could have done. General hindsight, won no wars. He was an interesting guy, but he never won any wars. I'm more of a car guy. I am more of a car guy, but this has got something about it I quite like. Let's see if we can... 16 grand! Well, that's that then, innit? We can afford that. And it will give us £10 spare. Absolutely bankrupt us. Maybe it's the green truck then, eh? 16 and a half. You're all good. Oh, and you have to buy all these parts. Ouch. Ouch. We'll go to the other barn and see if there's some more reasonably priced vehicles. Because that just says to me we've got to push on a lot more with the repairs before we get a barn find. Let's have another look. And what, when you go to a barn it comes off the map? You kind of... Well, we won't go to that next barn then. Ooh, wow, okay. Can we level up some more? Odds of successful repair raised. Unlocks the tread tester. With this tool you can check the condition of tyres. Nice. Not much of a barn deal. Not at all there, Daddy Zilla, not at all. We only had one. Oh, we should have bought that. That's fine. Well, we'll take one more job on. Car is hard to control. Got here, motor job. Find and fix all engine problems. Cannot start the car. Alright, we like the non-start jobs. We know where to go and what to fix now. First thing we'll do, to appease Dirty Beard, is we'll stick the car. Let's have a look at the job list. It just says it needs the starter. I think we can access the starter from the engine bay, can't we? There it is. Got to get the car on the lifter, baby. No issues. Quite a looking thing. It's called a bolt thorn. A bolt thorn. Is he going to make me get it from underneath? Yeah, under the car. Your patience is greatly deserved. Greatly received, and as I deserve it actually. What am I talking about? Right. There we go. Starter V8. Un, deux, trois. So go see Pauline the parts person. Starter motor V8. This time I noticed that there's different starters, but there you go. Obviously they all need different cranking powers because the V8 is a lot harder to turn than a smaller engine. Starter V8. There it is. Done. Okay, we'll go fit this, and that job can be out the garage. Okay, job done. Job. Out it goes. Quick 141 smackaroonies in the back wallet. Another story order here. Hello, I bought my brand new Olsen Grand Club. It's a great car. In the ad said the car is great for off-roading, but I have an impression that driving an SUV on the sand dunes was not a good idea. Something is scraping and I noticed a leak. Please do something about it. I need the car for an off-road trip with the friends this weekend. Alright, well what I'm going to do is book the car in, get Sandra the service receptionist to whistle it in, and what am I looking at here? Front wing missing. All this front end looks completely toast. Either they pretty clean under there, to be fair. And the rear end all looks quite clean on initial inspection. The front end of this vehicle, that's not worked out too well for it, has it? Oh my goodness gracious me. There's loads. Is it even a runner? Does it even start? I can't tell if that's running or not because the radio's too loud. That's the computer, boy. I know you listen to the internet through the computer nowadays, but you're in the workshop, and therefore it's a bit quieter. Ric Flair! It's running. Is it me or the revs and the speedo? I'd never noticed that in the cars before, but the revs and the speedo are completely out of whack. This sort of Apple CarPlay vibe going on this centre console is pretty cool though. And to be fair, I quite like wood trim. It's quite a light walnut veneer there, why not? Kind of think this car is a bit more sort of a sporty off-road type mobile though, so one would imagine maybe a carbon would have, looking through the window, it raises the cockpit area, makes it pleasing to be in, I guess. Oh, that front end is completely totaled. That rad looks done. So does that front, so does that fan housing and fan. We'll put it on the ramps, then we'll put it on the test bay. No oil in the engine, can't perform this action. Hello human life. Hello Ragnar. Hello Ragnar. Life forms. I'll answer to whatever, Ragnar. Thanks for stopping by again. Do appreciate you stopping by on a regular basis, friend. It means a lot to me. You get a little bit of bonus stream, not too much because I ain't got places to be, but we'll get the car up in the air and we'll just have an inspect. My fat thumb just hangs on the controller that little bit too long. School is over. School is toast, baby! Absolutely, Ragnar. School is toast. You're all done. You've managed to slip into the summer holidays. Well, when they took this over those sand dunes, the car started. Well, I've probably absolutely trashed that. Rear sump pan's missing. Oh my giddy ant, this thing. It's going to be absolutely done in, isn't it? So front crossed subframe. Front, it's a four-wheel drive, so the front transaxle done. All this suspension looks toast. Brake discs somehow survived, but they're probably going to get changed. Front wheels look done. Let's have a wheel off. Ooh. Some of it looks to have survived. That front sway link looks like it's done alright. But this upper suspension arm, no thank you, mother. Mother, that's done. This shocker and spring assembly is also done. The front axle's done. Front drive axle's toast. Wheel hubs kind of, the bearings are kind of reusable. I've got to take this off anyway. This needs to come out. cross member. I'm not happy with it, but that's probably the least of our worries. Let's get the steering ball joint off. And we can't remove it as one component, so we'll strip that down as well. Steering. Of course. Sounds like the Resident Evil music we're listening to right now. Can we get that ball joint off, please? You want to take the wheel off? Okay, no issues. Off it comes. Front ball joint's off. It's the steering ball joint. I call it the tie rod. It's off. That steering rack's seen way better days. It's 14%. My mechanical nose told me that was not looking great. Let's get that front sway bar off. Actual anti-roll bar, front anti-roll bar looks okay. I think we need to have that shocker assembly off as well. It's going to all get replaced. And the toit. In real life that's quite hard to remove because it's taper fitted in there as well. But in this game, no problems. No problems here. That rubber bushing's done alright. So's this one. They want this back on the road for the weekend. Sometimes customers' expectations when the car gets brought in, they have no appreciation for the, you know, I know it's your main mean of transport, but what you've presented me with is an absolute pup. How can you expect me to get this fixed for you in this short space of time? That cross member's completely done. Completely done. And looking through with our mechanic's X-ray vision, look at those rear shockers, and it looks like that rear link arm's done as well. There's a little bit more to this car than meets the eye as far as repairs are concerned. Still, that front transfer, front drive shaft B, looks okay. I'll have to have that out. That should give me access to this front drive shaft. Yeah. That doesn't look healthy either. Top suspension arm. Again, if you want to ask any questions, I'll do my level best. I'm not pretending to be a guru, I'm really not. But if I can teach you a little bit, so when you pop the carb on it or you look through the wheel spokes in future, you can say, I know what that does. And maybe you won't be so baffled by science if you ever need to get the vehicle looked at in future. Oh yeah, it's... I don't know whether they want us to replace... whether we need to replace the panels on the car as well, like the bumper and all that, or whether that's... I presume we're going to have to do the bodywork on the car, but whether we can get parts. Oh, why? Back, it's like an original PlayStation game. Body shop. What am I looking at? It's so bright. Okay, well, there's a job to do. I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to get the Deb hand cleaner. I'm going to wash my hands with the grit soap, wash away the oil and grime. We're going to leave it there, guys. We've got an engine to inspect. It's missing an oil pan. It's been driven through a sand dune, so that's going to be... Something tells me there's going to be way more going on in here. It's a beautiful looking piece of metal, but something tells me that's going to be absolutely destroyed inside. So we'll find out as we dig more next week. No, not next week, tomorrow. RGT, I'm just finishing, so hopefully you can go back and get your pack up out and watch this and feel happy about what you're seeing, and I'll catch up with you soon. In the meantime, like I say, I've got my Deb hand cleaner out, washed my hands, I've had a bite of a sandwich, I put on some barrier cream, after moisturising barrier cream, job done. I'm going to get my coat, I'm going to clock off, I'm going to go have a snooze, and then tomorrow we'll clock back on again at the garage and we'll repair this interesting looking specimen that's been driven through a sand dune and ripped its sump off, and a wing and a bonnet and a front bumper and grille and light surrounds. Never noticed it was also missing its it's also missing a headlight. Let's shut the bonnet on it for now. We'll put a note on the steering wheel saying do not start, this car has no oil sump on it, and we shall we'll head to the door. It's home time. Take care, gamers. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new or you're watching retrospectively, please subscribe. Let me know who the silent majority are and drop a comment in the YouTube comments, and I always reply to every single one I see, even if it's just a like. And you normally get words out of me. I'm quite eloquent in that way. Have a good evening. I'll catch you all on the flip side. And if you're watching this retrospectively in the year 2150, the next video's probably going to pop up on here somewhere. Click on it and you'll find out what the hell happened to the car with no sump. Take care, gamers.